Hello, everybody. Long time no see. Hey, Cher. I'm just up here trying to order my scalp. I gotta check. I don't think I saw it. But, child, I, like, why I was on Mama So Cool live stream last night. Why I was on Mama So Cool live stream last night and somebody came up and porn bombed her. And the guy that porn bombed her, right? He got up there and showed his Johnson, like, showed his private part. And I'm like, that is so childish. I understand you might not like her at all, but that was so disrespectful. I understand people don't like Mama So Cool for some reason. People have their opinions about her. But to come up there and to show your whole penis, and then not only show your penis, but he wiggled, like he was wiggling his penis around. But I'm like, oh my God. That was just so rude and nasty. Sure. How can you say don't come up here and tell you about it, but you the main one be talking about it? That's weird. You did that when we was on TikTok Live talking about her. Don't do that. I understand you don't support her, but I'm still somewhat cool with her. So, I can't tell another individual what not to say on their channel. I can say whatever I want. I said one thing about her. That's it. Thank you. You look. You came on TikTok talking about Mama, and you came on my YouTube channel talking about Mama. So that was twice. That was twice. So don't sit up there and try to guilt trip me. I need to start that conversation. You have feelings towards Mama. I let you get your feelings out. But as far as me talking about another content creator, that's me. That's my channel. You can feel how you want to feel about her, and I feel how I want to feel about her. That's just it. Hey, DA. Anyway, let's move on. Okay, it's a beautiful day. Let's move on. What's been happening? What's been happening? What's been going on the YouTube streets? I got my window open, some fresh air is going in. Traffic outside as usual. Everybody outside today. Everybody outside today. It's such a beautiful day. It's gonna be beautiful for the next couple of days. Okay, it's gonna be beautiful for the next couple of days. Let me go get my laptop charger real quick before my computer dies on me. Sound like somebody breaking into cars, or they somebody got hit. I don't know. Charlene and her kids over here being grown as fuck. That's what that was. Charlene got kids that's teenagers, but they feel like they grown as fuck. So they get to cuss out grown folks and talk to grown folks however they see please and stuff. So that's what that is. Hey Gail. Gail Powers. Charlene kids are too damn grown. The oldest one, she started talking shit, but she a teenager. She's 17 now, but I think another month or two, like another month or so, she got to be 18. But she be talking mad shit for the past 3 years. 3 years. And her little sister. She got a little sister and a little brother. The two sisters be talking mad shit, like they be talking like they grown. The oldest one said that she want to get lined up by a bunch of grown folks. She told a bunch of grown folks on the internet, including myself, because I was a part of the situation. She told a bunch of grown folks to get lined up. Mind you, at the time she was like 15 or 16. She was like 15 or 16 at the time. But she said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like all y'all can get lined up. Like that's not even how you fucking do the shit. She's a child telling a grown folk to get lined up, meaning that she want these hands. She want that work. She's about that life. She's so ATL. Yeah, she's 17 now. But when she said that, she was like 16, either 15 or 16 at the time. Mind you, this is like 2 years ago. 2 whole years ago. Saying that she want that work from grown folks. Now, mind you, a lot of these grown folks, a lot of these grown ass women, it only gotta take probably like 1 or 2 hits for her to get passed the fuck out. All it's gonna take about 1 or 2 hits for her ass to get passed the fuck out, laid out clean on that street. Exactly, DA. The mama is not being a parent to them kids. I'm telling you, the mama is not. You really got to go back and look at the situation, DA. You got to look at the whole situation. Like the shit is terrible. I ain't trying to get nobody no headache, sure. I ain't trying to get nobody no headache. Shit, I don't even want a headache. Once I get a headache, I'm in the bed. I'm in the bed for the whole day. Don't ask me for shit. Don't ask me to come live. Don't ask me to play music. Don't ask me to get up and clean up. Hell no, I'm in the bed. Headaches on me is like, you know what I'm saying? Not only that, that shit ruins my appetite. I can't even eat when I get a headache. Let me highlight that comment. I like that one. You guys, some parents raise their kids for respect, and some parents just let their kids do whatever they want. Exactly. And Charlene is one of them parents. Charlene is one of them parents that just let her kids do whatever she wants. That's why she get disrespected every single day. Her kids get disrespected. Charlene get disrespected. Like, you can't say that you want to be a kid, but yet you telling a grown folk to get lined the fuck up. That could go down wrong in so many ways. The adult could go to jail. The child may go to jail too, but the adult could get more charges pressed on them by them being grown and trying to fight a child. Now, once Jalea turned 18, yes, the state would consider her as grown. However, she gotta move. She gotta really, really train lightly. She has to train lightly. Yeah, I was definitely raised with respect because you know I'm not gonna sit up here and put my hands on a grown folk. I might talk shit as a child, but I try to put that as a bare minimum. You know what I'm saying? That shit talking as a child, I try to put that as a bare minimum because at the same time, you gotta remind yourself you're still a child and the other person is grown. They can really like unalive you with one swing. They don't gotta do much. They can really send that ass in the ER. Criminally 17, you are an adult if you commit a crime. If you commit a crime, yes, they will charge you as an adult. But fighting is not a crime. Fighting is not a crime, but if you fight a child, let's just say if I was to fight a child that's under 18, if that child was to be under 18, then I would get charged because I laid hands on the child and that was a minor. If she was over 18, if she was like 19 or 20, then I could probably see me fighting that one. But if you're under 18 in the United States, if you're 18, you grown. Under 18 is a minor. But if you do something like rob a bank or hijack a car and you're a teenager, they will charge you as an adult. Sure was. I was told many times to stay at a child's place. Her focus should be being a kid. She's only 14 and 13 years old. She's 14. Carnation is 14. Jalea is 17. I don't know when her birthday is, but I heard her birthday is coming up real, real soon. And Leon, I think he's 15 or 16. But yeah, Leon is the oldest boy and Jalea is the oldest girl. They still doing it. Like they still calling him C Diddy. I was just on somebody else's page. I was just on somebody else's page, and they up there calling him C Diddy, but their views ain't viewing. The views is not viewing. Like they sit up here talking about CJ all day, every day, but they're only getting 500 to 600 views. Meanwhile, if I talk about CJ so cool and Worthy, I could clock in more views than her and probably get paid off of her. Like I said last time, I could have started using Charlene's name and get it paid off of her shit. Carnation birthday is in November. Julia is in July. June or July, and Leon is in March. The twins is in February. So yeah, I knew it. Like Julia's birthday is coming up real soon, June or July. But like I said, Julia gonna have to treat lightly because she tell the grown folks like she walk around being grown and shit, wearing red wigs and yellow wigs that look like mustard. She put herself out there for older guys. Her mama is training her daughter to put themselves out there for older guys to come at her. For older guys to come at her. And when the older guys come at her, they could actually take Julia off of her mama hands and finish grooming her. If they feel like Julia is not being groomed well enough, they would do it worse. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's true. I mean, like Julia like both girls and boys. So one day she over here liking girls, the next day she over here liking boys. So you could really call that bisexual. She's bi. Yeah, I think Charlene made um, not Charlie. I think I called her a trans one day. I don't know. I might have called her a trans one day. She was funny. What time is it? 4:12. I be calling Charlene. I be calling Charlene handsome Squidward. I'm sorry, she got fucking features. Her features is like handsome Squidward. If you put a side by side picture of her and Squidward, that's what she look like, a handsome Squidward. She got features like a man. I don't know. I'm gonna drop the link. I'm gonna drop the link so you come up to your city president. You go invite, copy, paste. That is crazy. Here we go.
Hi, girl.
What's up?
But yeah, like, okay, have y'all heard the stuff that's been going on with DDG?
Girl, I heard about it last night. But the thing is, I'm sorry, but
What?
I can't imagine
Hold on, my
DDG laying
echo.
hands on Haley. I can't picture it. And then why all of a sudden she want to yell out PR stunt? I don't get that. Like you, like Haley claimed that DDG laid hands on her, but why you just not bring this out?
My mic. So do y'all think that he really did that to her?
Hell no.
But the thing is, I was in shock because I was just scrolling and I see Voice of the People post. I'm like, what the heck is going on?
Cause he was just up here complaining. He was just up here complaining about how Haley wasn't Haley wasn't allowing him to see his son, but then go back to say, oh, DDG is not allowed to post his son on social media, but she doing the same thing. Then
Dub,
sit back and say that DDG is not allowed to take Halo out of the country,
right? Well,
but
Dub
she
and
doing the same
DDG is
thing.
going through it right now. Both of them motherfuckers is going through it bad. I've been watching Dub and DDG for years, so this ain't new to me. I've been watching them since Woo Wop was a little boy. Since he was little, that's how long I've been watching him.
Yeah,
And Brittany, that girl, she wild too. So like, why would you? Did y'all see what Jason posted?
I didn't
I
get a
guess
chance to look at the Britney story.
she's scamming her supporters and telling people saying that Dub took the car back from her. Girl, you wild as hell for that.
What?
Yeah. And then she trying to move out of state. That's basically just like what Charlene was trying to do. Y'all remember when Charlene had got that what was that? That 20K?
Uh
That
huh.
they thought she had got 20K? Brittany will have to prove to the courts that Dub is putting her child in harm. And if she could not prove that, guess what? The court is not taking that child away, right?
Right.
So she would have to prove that. And I'm pretty sure with her moving out of state, they're not gonna allow that. They're not gonna allow that. The only way is she would have to what is it, be able to take the child away is if he's putting some causing some sort of type of harm from that. And Dub and DDG, which we all know, they're good fathers.
I
I
haven't really
watched
heard nothing wrong about I've been watching
right.
Dub for a little bit, but
Yeah.
I can't see Dub being abusive either.
No. Like that's what I'm saying, bro. It's like crazy. Both of them is good dads. And Whoop and I think Whoop Wop is 9. Baby Halo was like 1 years old.
That's
And that's
crazy.
great. Yeah, it is crazy. I was just like, that's wild.
I actually feel bad for DDG too, because he looked like he really trying to be her daddy.
Even DDG, I seen it. He did a clip. I seen a little clip of him. He said, I don't want to take her to court, y'all. I don't want to do it. Anybody knows, just like the situation with CJ, with him and with Royalty. He didn't
Right.
want to take Charlene to court. People think court is fun. That's not fun to sit in front of a judge. That's not fun to
It's
have.
draining. Like
It's
court is
not.
draining. You gotta have to get up extra early, first of all.
Right. It's
You
not
gotta have to get up
fun.
at 3 o'clock in the morning, be there by
Right.
7 or 8, depends on whatever time they say you gotta be at court. You cannot be late. If you be late, then you gotta have to reschedule for a whole nother day.
And I feel him, on it, because everybody just sits up and talks bad about DDG's baby. That's why he get pissed off and he be going off on his Snapchat. I be watching him on Snapchat all the time. He get mad when people talk about his son. Why are y'all sitting up making fun of what is it? The baby Halo? Ain't when is toddler stage? Like 1 and 2, right? That's toddler stage. Yeah, so he's a toddler. Why are y'all sitting up making fun of a baby? Come on now. He's the most handsome little boy. They be making fun of him the way he dressed and the way he walked. He's a baby.
Okay, all the babies walk funny.
Yes, once they get out of that habit, they're not normal walking yet. They still gonna crawl around, do whatever they want. They gonna fall and everything. That's they're taking baby steps. For people to sit up and make fun of his son, like y'all are wild.
And they would have called themselves supporters, and y'all making fun of a baby.
Right.
I'm not. Nah, I'm sorry, but no.
Right. Hey, guess what?
What?
And don't say nothing, y'all. The girl that CJ's dating, that's Lexi's friend.
Yeah, I heard about that too.
That shit wow.
Lexi wasn't lying when she said that, though.
Well, no, because I know. I'm sorry, y'all, but I'm gonna have to agree on this one. But I feel as so. Y'all remember how I told y'all they was playing on the video saying, "Oh, who gonna break up a who?" It's kind of karma for you, baby, because you should have not said that stuff. Y'all should have been on the camera talking about who gonna break up a who, and you shouldn't have been allowing him to do that to your friends, flirting with them. Y'all shouldn't have been doing that back in the day in them videos.
So they was up there gambling on CJ.
Yeah, flirting. Yeah,
basically gambling on feelings.
Yeah, flirting with him. And I mean,
so they were always flirting with them.
Yeah. Like I love sis, but at some point you gotta put your foot down, mama. You gotta put your foot down, mama. I love her, but it's like, come on now, that was just wrong right there. That's something you don't ever wish on somebody. Oh, who gonna break up or who first? You don't play with stuff like that ever, at all. You don't do stuff like that. It's not a good thing. Wait, but Laser Girl, how did she find out that was her friend? Because wasn't she in the look?
Lexi said on her story that she knew the girl for like 10+ years.
Oh,
so
yeah.
She must have introduced her to CJ at one point in time.
On the Looking for Love? Was it on the Looking for Love thing?
I think it was way before that.
Oh, I think it was before that. Damn, sis. Damn. I felt bad for her too. I would have been like, you know what?
I don't.
I would have been like, we can't be friends no more. You dated my ex, and yeah.
No, but at the same time, like you gotta remember, if you introduce your friend to your new man, but it's like you venting to your friend about it. That's you kind of pushing that friend onto your new man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you push your friend onto your new man. And not only that, but you up here telling your friend all these bad things that your man is doing.
Okay, Lexi been going at it on IG. I've been laughing at both of them. They've been going at it. Them two been going at it. They've been posting, throwing shots at each other. They've been throwing shots.
But that's their own fault, because why would you introduce your friend to your man if you know that your man got one emotional issue?
Yeah, and that's why I said like
traumatized issues, and he come with a lot of baggage.
And don't get me wrong, she is a bit, like I say, she is a very beautiful woman, very beautiful. But you shouldn't did that. You shouldn't have put yourself out there like that.
Right.
Yep. That's crazy. I can't wait to tell boss lady this. I can't wait to tell boss lady this.
Look at you being thirsty.
Who?
Yeah.
You know me messy.
You got to tell you get too happy and then to tell somebody.
You know we messy as hell in the motherfucking YouTube scene. I'm pretty sure y'all motherfuckers behind the scenes and told everybody, huh?
That is crazy. It could be that DA, but at the same time, you can't like be too comfortable to introduce your friends to your man.
Right.
Even with that, it has to be a boundary.
Right. Only thing I could say is I'm happy that she's out of that situation, because if you go back and look at the videos, I can see the stress it was draining on her. I can see it was from the
But
video.
she knew about it. Like she knew about it way beforehand. So, like I
No,
said,
I'm
I
not.
can't really feel bad for her.
I'm talking about the stuff with Charlene. I'm talking about the shit with Charlene and shit. I can tell that shit was draining on her.
Well, she started it.
Who?
You go, Anthony.
But y'all gotta understand, she's a fire sign. She's gonna defend her. She's gonna defend herself. Anybody say something about me or to come at me or talk about me or say something about her looks, about her, yeah, I'm gonna defend myself. Just like the first time they was together, Charlene was already throwing shots back then at her.
But like when it came down to Charlene and Lexi wasn't even doing nothing to Charlene.
Yeah. And I feel like them two motherfuckers just still fucking with each other on the low low. But don't nobody want to climb that motherfucking T. Huh?
I wouldn't want to fuck with that fuck with Charlene either.
Because first of all,
if you over here messing around and shit, but the thing is, after you don't call me out of my name, why would I want to fuck with you? After you don't constantly call me out of my name and harass my place of business. Why would I want to be friends with that?
Right.
Hey Anthony, what you gotta say?
Nothing. I'm a little irritated.
So like that whole situation as well. Like you should have known better from that. That's your friend.
Exactly.
Twitch broke.
Twitch went broke?
No, my computer, I had it hooked up to my Twitch, and I was live streaming, and needless to say, Twitch kicked me off.
Freaking TikTok.
I don't know.
Hey, lazy girl, TikTok with that diamonds and baguette shit. They think that shit is a hit. That shit is not a hit.
That shit is so damn annoying.
Yeah, that shit is not hit. And first of all, if y'all look at the video, she didn't even write the motherfucking lyrics. Let's be real. She didn't write the motherfucking lyrics. She reading that shit off her phone. Remember when I texted you that shit on TikTok? I said she not. I said she not. I was watching the video because it popped up on TikTok. I said, yeah, Charlene didn't write the motherfucking lyrics. And Charlene's so motherfucking dumb.
Wow. Shani is dumb. Like, I can't feel. I'm sorry, but certain females, I just can't feel bad for. It all depends on the situation, but certain ones, I cannot feel bad for them.
And it's sad to say because Tanya, you failed your daughter miserably. That's sad. You really failed your daughter and your own kids. It's sad. That's why Dad said there's something wrong with that whole family. And you see it. It's not a joke.
I had to go buy 16 more remotes, lazy girl.
16 what?
More controllers.
Yeah, you got issues.
Can you guys hear me?
Well, I was playing Uno and they cheated.
Oh wow. Yeah, Shani, we can hear you, but Anthony was talking, so
I don't play on Twitch and stuff like that. I don't be on there.
No, this was just on the PlayStation. I was playing Uno and I broke my controller.
I don't
16 times.
Why everybody gets so hyped up, like when shoes or something comes out, people want to go crazy over them. You either got somebody that got to get killed over something or have a big fight about it. Like, why do y'all do that? It's not that big of a deal, bro. Like, that'd be killing me. And I heard.
Did you hear what the twins said about their mama?
That's how they feel, you guys. That's why everybody's been calling that shit out. Shout out to Dance. They've been calling that shit out for years now.
The twins up there called his mama a bitch.
they don't like their mama. They don't. It's sad. They really don't like her. And it's the magic. And me personally, I know y'all don't want to hear this, but as the twins get older and they start to look back at the videos because they're so smart and advanced, you guys, that's going to hurt them bad. It's going to destroy them. You know why?
Is they don't know who to blame though. That's the thing. They're not gonna know who to blame because they still like Charlene still gotta try to say, "Oh no, it was CJ's fault. He started all of this. It was his fault."
No, the twins will understand because they're always going to see CJ as the good parent. CJ is the good dad. And then they're going to see Charlene as the bad parent. The twins know that CJ is the fun parent.
I mean, even their face shows it all. They don't have to say much. You can just see in her face expression that she don't like her mama. So there's nothing to lie about Charlene. There's nothing to lie about right there. The twins are telling all their mama business. At the same time, they shouldn't, but like we need that for evidence, you know. That's evidence. Ain't nobody coaching the twins, ain't nobody telling the twins to do this, that, or third. We leave that up to Charlene. CJ, he don't coach nobody.
How evil can a person as kid can you be? Like, please explain.
I don't know. I mean, like, you got people like my auntie who's evil because she used to try to coach me to say certain things. But, you know, it was never to my dad because at the time my daddy was not around.
There.
Yo, why you got two things up here?
Because it's from my wait. Oh, hold on. Wait, let me.
I'm lost.
So yeah, we just up here talking about that Charlene thing. But I did wind up finding an HDMI cord, but it does not fit my laptop. So I will have to go to the store tomorrow and find a cord that fits my laptop.
Yeah, that when I showed you that USB to USB.
Uh-huh.
That's the one you'll have to use.
Yeah, I got a USB and I got an HDMI. But an HDMI one, that's the one I need to connect my PlayStation to my laptop. But that one does not fit.
No, the one you need to connect your PlayStation to your laptop is a USB B, and USB B on both ends.
Oh.
Because that's what I use for mine.
So hopefully Walmart will have it. Because I'm gonna head to Walmart tomorrow.
Walmart got everything you need, or Amazon.
Yeah, but it's a blood bank over there, so sometimes I'll go over there, donate blood, and they give you a little money for it.
How you guys know who keeps popping up on my Instagram? My princess one. I keep finding Speak On It on my Instagram. Y'all know do y'all know who Speak On It is? Y'all don't know who she is?
Oh yeah, she Mama So Cool supporter.
She supports Mama So Cool.
Yeah. Speak On It. Yeah, she a T-Page. She be on Mama So Cool side.
Why I can't hear you guys?
I can hear you. Are you muted?
There. Cause she be popping up on my YouTube, on my Instagram.
Yeah, speak on your T-Page.
So she just don't do YouTube no more. That's what it is.
She's a T-Page, but I don't go on her page, so I don't know what she posts.
Right. I've seen her. I know Dead, and I know who follows her.
I really don't know who followed her.
Boss Lady and Naya. I don't know who else.
I
Nobody.
don't know who followed that girl.
Right. I stopped following her. I stopped watching her because she talked bad about people too much. I can't do that.
Just go get me another fucking TV. I broke it.
You gotta have to learn how to control your anger, Anthony.
Sorry, I thought it was on mute.
But yeah, y'all, like I was saying, as the twins get older and look back at the videos, it's going to be sad. It's going to be sad because the twins had somebody who really cared for them and who really did a lot for them, and that's all gonna be, and that's all gonna fall back on Charlene.
Right.
If you don't go get it, your ass is fired.
It's crazy. I mean, personally, I think it's sad to say because the twins, baby CJ and Cordelia, they love Kamari, their sister. It just gives off the narrative that Charlene really don't like Kamari. And it shows from back in those videos. She really don't like her. She don't like Mikey. She don't like his family around. And
I feel like she don't like her because like Kamari come out of her.
okay. That's okay. Oh well. That's Nike's child.
Right.
At the end of the day, Charlene's gonna have to accept it at some point that she has 2 kids by a man. No matter you like it or not. And people keep talking about, oh, that's their half sister or real, but that's their real. Kamari's not their real sister. Yes, the fuck she is.
It don't matter. At the end of the day, they all share the same blood, which is their father.
Nike's twin, Nike and just like Legacy and Zaire, that's their cousins. Like that should be killing me. She'd be telling the twins, "Oh, Kenneth and them the kids, that's not your cousin."
Kenneth kids and Nike kids are the twins' cousins.
Yes, and Jinx too. And what's the other one?
Jinx
Sky.
kids. What's her name? Sky. That's her cousin. That's their first and second cousins. You keep turning on your camera.
Cause it's the mic thing. I'm gonna do it on from my camera. But it's just like that's weird. Like, why are you telling them that?
I don't know.
And I'm sorry to say this, y'all, but from Charlene's side of her family, the twins don't really have that much. Only person you ever see around is what is it? You only see Tanya's side of the family. Like it brings to my. I want to know why y'all don't have.
Y'all just ignore DA. He want to come on the panel, but I'm not gonna let him on the panel.
My laptop, guys, is like a Chromebook.
It's a Chromebook.
Uh-huh.
That's what mine says. I got an Acer Chrome.
I have a camera. Right here is my camera. I'll show you guys where's my camera. Watch, I'll show you my camera. How do I switch my camera?
You keep turning it on and off.
I'm trying to switch it around so I can show you. Oh.
I can see you.
Don't mind me, guys. I'm in the bed. Okay, I'm gonna leave my camera off. But I just think that's weird. Like you're telling to your twins, oh, that's not their cousins. First of all, that is their cousins. Like, why would
Look,
you to them?
if I share, let me tell you something. If I share, let's just say me and my man lay down, we have a kid. Everybody on my side of the family is me and my man's kids' family. That's their first and second cousins, great grandma, great grandmas, great aunties, all that. You cannot erase DNA. You cannot erase family history. Once you have a baby by that main DNA runs through that child, regardless. That means that people that's on his side of the family are that child's family by blood. Because you got a bunch of dumb, ignorant ass pigeons who don't know how DNA works.
I did something stupid today.
Oh my God. What you do?
I got scammed.
You got scammed.
Yes.
How you get scammed?
Those scams.
Because I went to a gun show and I was told this gun belonged to Elvis and he had paperwork. So I bought it. $9.6 million. I bought it. And when I got home and I had the paperwork, all where professionals look at it to see if it's actually that, it wasn't that.
Oh,
I
yeah, they
was so
got you.
mad.
Can you go back and like sue them or find out who they are?
Oh, I know who they are.
Yeah, try to
But
get your
no,
money back.
there's nothing I can do because it was legally sold at a gun show.
I didn't know you could get away with that.
Mm-hmm.
So you
Yeah,
act
because
like
once you're in a gun show, you're bonded. That means you have the right to sell anything, and they
I'm
can't
just gonna
stop
leave
you.
I'm just gonna leave my camera on. You're not gonna see my face.
that's fine. What you were saying,
But yeah,
Anthony?
when you're in say if you're selling a gun at a gun
Uh-huh.
show, you're bonded. That means you're protected. So I'm just out $9.6 million.
In some places, it's not illegal to carry guns, right?
Yeah, in some places it's not, but
Yeah, in some places you can get away with it.
I carry one on me.
The state of
I don't know why.
You could carry. In Texas, you could carry. I believe Texas is a stand your ground state.
Yeah, Texas, you
It is.
can.
It
So
is.
whoever
You
come on
could
your
shoot. You
land,
could
they
shoot
can get that
somebody.
work.
Mm-hmm. That's where I need to move to.
Who in the comments talking about? Somebody in the comments is talking about spam. I see somebody cute
You see somebody what?
talking about money in the comments. Oh yeah.
In my comments?
Mm-hmm. See, what is?
I don't see nobody in the comments talk about money.
Oh. But yeah, it's like, yeah, some states you can, but I don't know about. I know Texas you can, Vegas you can. I'm not sure about like Georgia and all that stuff.
Georgia,
Miami,
you
you
can carry.
can.
You can carry Georgia.
Yeah.
Well, I need to move to Texas. That way I can shoot people and bury them in my yard.
Make sure you own the land now. Get
Let
you
me
some
ask
land
you
out.
this.
Shit, if
Why
I have
did
to, I'll buy the whole city.
me personally, I always wanted to build my own house because it's fun. You get to rebuild your own house. You always get to rebuild.
Not me. I'm not
Yeah,
patient
but
enough.
the only thing with Texas is that I heard that the houses in Texas they use cheap material.
They do.
Yeah. And another thing, don't get me wrong, I wouldn't mind living in Texas, but is this like what is it? We'll have to worry about snowstorms and how cold and the hotness and everything, the heat and over there. getting bit by mosquitoes and all that stuff. Like, I wouldn't mind living out there. Because I hear the houses are a lot cheaper out there in Texas.
Oh yeah.
Well, if
My family tried to get me to move to Mississippi, but I don't want to move out there. That stays too segregated.
And the schools are good there. People say the schools are good out there too. That's
In
what they said.
Mississippi?
No, in Texas. The schools are good in Texas out there. Shoot,
well,
Pampton Squad kids go to school out there. And the Lee family kids. They go to school in Texas.
Oh, okay. What you saying, Anthony?
if I moved to Texas, I'd have my own house built.
Yeah, me
But
too.
I would import my wood and stuff from somewhere else.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like I would say, like get materials from like Italy or a place like Italy or something.
What you mean like it's not it's cheap? What y'all mean by that?
The
That means
materials
it
to build the
breaks
house.
easier.
For real?
Hell yeah, those shit's cheap in Texas.
Oh wow.
All the houses cheap. That house that you know SSG Corey.
Mhm.
He lived in Texas, and his house got flooded.
Dang. Oh yeah, because I remember who house got flooded? Panda Squad's house got flooded before too.
Yeah, them SSG. It's a couple people that lived in a couple of famous YouTubers that lived in Texas, and their house got flooded.
Prince, the Prince family, their house got flooded. That's another one.
I don't remember that house getting flooded. I know they had some problems with their house, but I don't remember them getting flooded.
They had like a fire. No. It was a fire.
Was it?
Yeah, it was a fire. Their house caught fire.
Oh wow.
My great cousin, he's a YouTuber, and he used to live in Texas, but he moved.
That's why I say my thing is this to Charlene, bro. You want a lot of people to collab with you and everything, but if you was really a big YouTuber and you claim you got all this money that you bragged about for years and that you claim that you have all this, you got this big business brand deals and all this, why don't you show it? Your supporters too. They can be helping you keep up your life. They can help you get up your content and everything. The people that support you, they could have been helped you. But y'all two motherfuckers, y'all busy worried about y'all motherfuckers are more fans of Dez, PJ, Jason, Auntie, Dez, all them motherfuckers on this side. Them motherfuckers ain't real supporters for real. And you know what I know? Y'all know how I say that? Because they always keep y'all names in our mouth. So y'all not real supporters for real. Because if y'all really were supporters for real, y'all would be calling her out when she's doing something wrong. So if I know y'all not real supporters for real. People always want to talk about, oh, we hate on Charlene. No, we're not hating on her. We're calling out what she's doing that's wrong.
We're trying to correct the behavior that she's doing.
Exactly.
She set a bad example for her kids.
Exactly. People talking about, oh, we always hating on her. No. And it's like what Auntie and J-Wop said. The ones who are going to lose in all reality, guys, and everybody's been saying it, as the nation in Jalea, as they get older, they're the ones who's going to lose. You know why? Because of their memories and experiences they had with CJ. The birthday parties, the tour videos, the trips, the vacation blogs, all that stuff. They're the ones who had the most memories with him. So in all reality, they're going to lose.
They're already losing. They're losing now.
Exactly.
Look at where they shop it at.
Exactly.
Look at where they shop it at. Garage sales and thrift stores.
Oh, yeah, I like the girl. Y'all know how Charlene, we used to say that she don't smoke back in the day? Guess what? She do smoke. CJ outed her ass for that. We been doing that. Because she was smoking them vape pens in the video. When she was in the video threatening old girl. So we been doing about that.
Yeah, but again, like Lazy Girl said, if she had money, she'd have lawyers. Because hell, I've got 18 lawyers on standby.
Thank you. My thing is this. Charlene wants everybody to take down her so bad. Take down CJ so bad. They should take down you, baby. You're the problem of the YouTube scene.
You cannot take nobody down by lying on them.
Exactly.
It's the way you take down somebody, but sitting up here and tell a lie after lie after lie, and then tell it a lie when you know it's not true, and then put a lie out. Like you can't do shit like that. That's not tearing that person down. That's tearing Charlene down.
Even Auntie said now, she said it's to the point now where on TikTok, what is it? S allegation, the S allegation victims, the S allegations have got, she says guidance on bad. It's on TikTok now. Yes, I want most people who have watched, they said they have had that experience before. They said they have.
But the thing is, the people at TikTok, they checking her. They're not really siding with her.
TikTok is on Charlene's ass. TikTok is lighting Charlene's ass up. TikTok is lighting Charlene's ass the fuck up. Shooing her up left and right. Somebody made a meme of Nation. Oh, they wrong. You see that one to you later?
Well, who send me the meme? I want to see the meme.
Somebody found a picture. Oh, somebody, what is it? Made of me, and what is it? Found a Nation working at Walmart with baby who working the cashier.
I try to find out that's not really Nation. That was just a random girl that looked like Nation.
Hey, but it do.
That wasn't a Nation.
I know, but hey, if you really think about it, but with the messed up ponytail and the messed up bangs in the hair, I was dying laughing. I said that looked like Nation.
Hold on. DA, I'm gonna let you up. If you do anything or say anything out of line, out of pocket, you will be blocked from the whole entire channel. Not just come down, but from the whole entire channel, you will be blocked. So be careful of what you say up here.
And that's and another thing, and that's probably why Funny Mike don't fuck with her no more, because Funny Mike probably knows about this situation too. Because remember the times when Funny Mike used to troll CJ back in the day? Y'all remember that? So that's probably why Funny Mike don't fuck with her no more.
I mean, like, if somebody was to put out a lie like that, I would not want to fuck with her either. Like, I got a whole brain. If I was fucking her, I would be like, yeah, I got a whole brain. I got kids that look up to me. I can't fuck with nobody who put out an SA lie like that.
And okay, let me ask y'all all this. Would you be, okay, if you saw your ex in the club, would you party with them? Or would you give them
no.
What y'all all say to that? Everybody on here right now.
The question is, would y'all party with your ex in the club?
Come on now, I want to hear quickest. I know damn sure I wouldn't.
Yeah. Would you?
I think it counts on what ex I see, because some of my exes, it's bad. Like if I see some of my exes, it's like it's
That's
straight
true.
smoke.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
some of my exes, like, it's different terms. So like some of your exes you probably want to get back with. You never know. So I don't know.
Anthony?
But my thing is this with CJ on 32 is like, why would you do that? Like you knew, I feel like with CJ on 32s, I feel like when he did that, I feel like he was trying to, I feel like when he gave Charlene that bottle, I feel like he was trying to start some shit. That's why he did that. Like that's how I feel about it. Like why would you be in a club partying with his ex? Like come on, man, that don't make sense to me. And then you can buy her a bottle and give her a bottle? That's weird to me.
That's crazy. That's different. When you say it like that, like that's awkward as hell.
Yeah.
I don't think no good intentions was coming from that for sure.
Yeah.
I
I wouldn't be doing that.
Yeah. Like why would you, like me personally, I feel like CJ on 32 is the biggest troll.
You good? Anyway, what you were saying? Sure.
I said I feel like he did that just to get back at Charlene.
No, I don't feel like he did it to get back. You mean get back at CJ?
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah. And me personally, I wouldn't put it past Charlene. I truly believe they did mess around. I truly believe it.
I mean, like the way he up here explaining it made it sound like he is messing around with Charlene, but that's all wrong because like how you mess around with one person, they be all over my face.
Yeah.
Lazy girl, you ever got the PS5 hooked up?
I gotta buy a cord for it.
Or you didn't get it yet? I remember Anthony was trying to show you which cord to get and stuff like that.
Yeah, I
Last
I, I
time.
know the cord. I know the cord he was talking about, but I had one that came with it, but I don't know where it's at the moment.
Hey, Lazy Girl, this false allegations against against DDG, it's true. They saying that she went to file papers against him and against Baby Halo. But why would you need a restraining order against your son, like your child?
They don't be around each other like that unless it has something to do with the baby.
That's why me personally, I see why a lot of people say. I mean, don't get me wrong, Holly is cool, but I want to see the pictures. People's Voice of the People got pictures of it saying that. Oh, what is it? They showed a little clip of the bruises, and allegedly, supposedly, that they was fighting. So I don't know how much proof it is.
But my thing is this: I'm trying to figure out how it actually started. Did Haley say something? Did Haley trigger him to like for him to lay hands on it? Because you know, certain females, like I say all, but certain females has a tendency to trigger men to get them to lay hands on it, so they can cry wolf.
Okay, you're not. It's not possible to go. It's not possible. It's going to fit there. It's a 44-inch wall and it's an 86-inch TV. It's not going to fit. They're on mute. They can't hear me. Okay, I'll try this again. If you got a 44-inch wall, an 86-inch TV is not going to fit on a 44-inch wall. Just get out. Just get out. Everybody, out. I'll hang the motherfucker myself.
Be careful.
Yeah, I know that's kind of complicated hanging those TVs. You said a 44, an 86-inch TV on a what?
They're trying to put it on a 44-inch wall, and it's an 86 fucking inch TV. It's not gonna fit.
Wait, so Lazy Girl, that means he can't see his son? Because if she got a restraining order against his son, so that means he can't see his son either?
Right. Basically.
That's fucked up. Holly is ridiculous, but he didn't even do nothing to the baby. They said the baby was in the car crying.
He was crying because of the reaction his mama and daddy's going through.
But I feel like me personally, I feel like this. Holly and DDG, if y'all can't be around or get along with each other, y'all should have appointed a mediator for that. He should still. You should still go.
So I mean, I agree. So I agree. That's right.
Yeah. You know, I'm glad they didn't get married because that would have turned out way worse than what it is now.
Yeah, nobody should be getting married. When you get married, they use you.
Yes. Let the grandma, somebody come up, you know. Well, the mom can pick him up, or you know, big.
Yeah, you muffled. You sound muffled.
Somebody help her. I think she's having a stroke.
No.
You going in and out.
Well, what's that noise I hear in the water?
What was what?
What? What's that?
Sure.
I'm not doing nothing.
This is probably a bad signal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Come and go.
But yeah, that's crazy. DDG had to go through that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he just still be able to see his child. Like, at least let your mom pick him up.
I feel bad for him. Like, yeah, nobody don't want to go to court. It's a waste of money and it's a waste of energy.
I mean, it's worth it going to court to see your child, though. I mean, it's documents, motions you could go file to get around that. You know, it might be
Yeah.
a headache, but it's definitely worth it. Like, I don't think it's. I can't just find. It just don't sound legal to me. Like,
Yeah,
I'm sure it's.
because
No.
it has to be something more like from what we know. What is it? Allegedly, what the T pages is saying, this all happened when DDG came to pick up his son, and he what is it? He choked her. He abused her. She got abuse marks on her arms. It's all over her arms. That's what the T page is saying. Allegedly,
Jesus fucking Christ.
there's
Has
supposedly
anybody actually seen the pictures?
go to the tea room. That's how you can see him. Tea room or the voice of the people. That's why you can only see him.
I did hear about that today, but
Yeah, I've
I
seen
don't
a
think
little
I
bit of
read
it.
too much up on it.
I don't know. The one who I don't like is boy. I don't like the shade room. I don't like the shade room.
Ain't gonna
But
get no internet.
I mean, if he a threat to her, then I don't know if he should be around the child though. Like for real. I mean, like how you supposed to mediate that if like, because then you need a third party. Like if he want to come get the child, but he got to get it from her, which is that's not possible because he a threat to her. Like I don't know. That's kind of
Shove her ass in,
complicated.
not really. Shove her ass in the trunk and make her disappear.
Can't do that. But Donald Trump is over here doing all this stuff for the baby daddies. This one thing I will agree with. He should make it illegal for the baby mamas to hold a child hostage if they have like court agreements. He should make it where the baby mamas cannot hold their child hostage unless the father is known for SAing people and they have a alleged pedophile case against them. That'd be the only time that the mother should hold the baby from the father. But other than that,
When
if
you
it's
say like hold it hostage, you mean like just like far as a mother don't want to let him see the child for no reason at all? That's what you mean? Like when you say like hold it hostage?
I mean, like, you know how some mothers will hold a child hostage over some petty shit?
You're using the
Oh
child
yeah,
as a
she gotta
pawn
go
pretty
into
much.
Yeah. Use the child as a pawn.
Yeah.
I mean, Donald Trump should make it illegal where you can't use the
And
child.
you would be surprised how typical that is nowadays. Like you would be surprised.
Yeah.
And you
my
think
internet may cut out.
You think you wouldn't have that because a lot of dudes really don't even want to be fathers. So for a woman to do that to a man who do want to be a father, I mean, it's a shame.
Yeah, it's making it
Really
harder
a
for
disgrace.
new people. It's making it harder for new people to want to have kids and for
I
the
thought I
fathers
told
to
you
want to
to
be a father.
well, get the fuck out. You're fired. I done told you that once today. I'm down 16 people, lazy girl.
16 people?
Yeah, I laid them off.
Yeah, what you fired? Half of the staff?
You worse than
Yes.
Elon Musk.
No, people's gonna learn when I'm the boss. What I tell them goes.
You just got
And
to
you know,
find
if I
somebody to really deal with your
if I
temper.
well, no, it's not that. It's if I tell somebody, you know, that's me, for example. I'm paying my butlers. They make $40 to $60 to $100,000 a day.
Mm.
It's a simple fucking sandwich. They need to go.
They can't fix a sandwich right?
No, the fuck. I told them I'm allergic to mayonnaise. I said no mayonnaise. With mayonnaise.
That's the funniest shit.
They try to off you already. Like, yeah, man.
He say, "Oh, I'm allergic to mayonnaise. I like my bread toasted. I like the
I do.
spine cut off the lettuce."
I do.
I mean, hey,
And I
you
like
like
to
a
cook.
sandwich in a certain way, so I can't blame you. That's like
Yeah,
going to
for
school
real.
way. Some way that make your sandwich right. Hell yeah, I'm sending that shit back.
Right.
Well, see, you know,
Facts.
it would be differently if it'd be differently if I didn't pay them. I can understand them. But when you're making almost 100 grand a fucking day, you should be able to make a simple sandwich.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean,
I mean, hell, it's
maybe
not that
like
hard.
it should be that hard. It should be that hard to make a sandwich.
No, and especially a bologna sandwich. That's all I wanted today, and I ain't
A
had it.
bologna sandwich.
Hell yeah, I love bologna.
Yeah. Can't go wrong
And
with
they
bologna.
and they fixed me a bologna sandwich with mayonnaise, mustard, ketchup, which mustard and ketchup I love. I can eat that straight out of the bottle. And then they put tomatoes and lettuce, and then they have fucking mayonnaise.
I would never understand people who put ketchup on sandwiches.
It's good. I can eat ketchup straight out of the bottle. I've done it.
You
My
eat
boo-
it on a burger. You eat ketchup on a burger, though, right?
That's
No,
different. That's
What's
different.
different? A sandwich is a sandwich.
I'm
I
talking
don't
about
eat
a
ketchup on a
sandwich.
burger.
That's completely different.
It doesn't taste right on a burger. If you put ketchup on a burger, the burger is ruined.
I can do ketchup on a burger. I can't do mayonnaise and I cannot do mustard on burgers. Just give
Yeah,
me a
there's
burger
something.
with ketchup, lettuce, and tomatoes, and extra pickles.
No, I don't want no damn ketchup on my burger. If it is, they're taking it back. Because if they put ketchup on it, they're trying to hide something.
Oh wow.
What you mean by that?
That means either the burger's raw and they're serving it to you, or they did something to it. And trust me, in my life, I've seen some pretty weird shit.
Don't you have somebody
I,
that could like taste your food for you before you eat it?
I did have, yeah, but he went missing.
Oh wow.
He left, and then he never come back. So I don't know where he went. But my drivers normally I got this new driver. The boy's only 17, for you can think.
Uh,
And his mama asked me if I could give him a job. I said sure. That boy, I said nope. So my security team is riding with him because I will never get in a car with him behind the wheel. Because you're talking about a boy that could drive, but that one, he don't stop at stop signs. He goes right through them.
oh no.
I mean, when you're escorting a president, that's what you're supposed to do, though, right?
Shit, I ain't no
Supposed to.
president. I mean, I'm not Donald Trump rich now.
Nah, if that was Donald Trump, I would have stopped at every stoplight. You don't get that. You don't get that type of privilege.
Oh yeah, he does. They got a thing in the presidential limo that they hit, and it turns them lights green.
Yeah, just like that's how the paramedic things do too.
Mm-hmm.
Before they get to them, they hit the button and change. So before they get to the intersection, if it's the other way, all the traffic pretty much stop.
Yeah, pretty much. Which I mean, I haven't driven except my sports cars. I don't remember the last time. Oh, I drove that new one home. And then I just parked it in the garage. I didn't even want to drive it anymore. It don't run right.
If I had a new car and it's a sports car, like what? What kind of sports cars you got?
Me?
Yeah.
I got Lamborghinis. I've got Mercedes. I've got Vipers.
Oh yeah, I
I
would not
have
let nobody drive name
I,
one of them.
I have Bugattis. I have an Astra Tobic, which that's the most expensive car I have. It's $8.9 million,
Sheesh.
and nobody drives it but me.
Can you hear me,
And
Lazy?
I don't drive it, but maybe once every 2 or 3 years.
Oh.
If you don't shut up, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
we
cook
hear
you
you,
in the
Cheryl.
stove.
Yeah, I can hear you, Cheryl.
I can't. I'm deaf.
Damn, you loaded, Anthony.
I'm not that loaded.
See, if I was in your shoes, I would be up there shopping every day.
I do. What am I talking about? I don't know what you're talking about.
I said, if I was in your shoes, like if I was rich,
I do shop
I
every
don't
day.
know, man. 'Cause
I'd be up there shopping every day.
Look, I'll show you guys.
I'm-
Okay.
Next week, I'm going to my island. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. You got it.
Because it's supposed to be pretty there, so I'm going to go see. Don't judge me. I've never been there. I just bought it online.
It's time for everything.
But hell, my employees, they should be happy. I mean, they get to travel with me. They don't never pay for nothing. Everything's just handed to them. I need to quit being so nice. When we go somewhere, I need to make them pay for their own stuff.
I mean, they made more than enough money to pay for their own stuff.
Yeah,
I was working for a company. They pay for the travel. Like you buy they give me a company vehicle, and I might go from state to state. And of course, I'm gonna need gas. So when I do get gas, they give you like a $500 allowance, and you just buy gas. So, but sometimes you need more money, and if you use your own personal money, you get to file expenses, and they give it back to you. But you do have to spend out of your own pocket, but you get reimbursed though. And they pay for the hotels, and you get a per diem, like $100 a day that you sleep out every night in the hotel.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
see,
good.
my employees don't do that. When I go to a hotel, I buy the whole floor that I'm on. Even if I don't use all of them. Say, like, if I go to a 5-star resort and say I'm on the 15th floor, I have bought out every room on that 15th floor.
What's the purpose of that, though?
Because
How sweet if you gonna do all that.
well, I envy my privacy. I'm going to use DA for an example. Say if he was traveling with me, okay? There's a lot of people in this world that doesn't like people like me. And I know that. Everybody else knows it. But if I'm having company come over, I don't want interruptions. So why not just buy out the whole floor? Nobody can bother me.
Nah,
You just want
you
the-
shouldn't feel like that. You shouldn't feel like that.
Well, I mean, no, you're right, yeah. I shouldn't feel like that, but that's the way that people like me, that's the way we live.
Yeah.
Because people like me, like right here in Miami, Florida, every day I go out, I put a gun on my waist because I know how people are.
Yeah, Florida is crazy though.
Well, see, there's Florida, and then
Florida.
I've been, I went to Chicago about 2 weeks ago, and there was this guy there. He was a pretty good guy. I mean, he was homeless, but he was a pretty good guy. And he asked me what was I doing there, and everything. So I told him, and he was a real nice guy. But by the end of my visit there, it turned out that he was an ex-veteran. So I bought him a house, I bought him a car. I'm paying his bills up for a year until he can get back on his feet. But most people, when they see you got money, they don't think, oh, he's a nice guy. He's one of these assholes.
Right. And that do happen. That happened to somebody that was in Chicago. They had helped somebody get up on their feet, and next thing you know, they took the homeless person to their house. They let them sleep on a couch, fed them a nice little meal, gave them some clean clothes, and she wound up getting unalived.
Wow.
Trying to help out a homeless person.
That's it. You can't be nice all the time. That's for sure.
Well, you see that when people says I'm crazy because of how much I spend on security every year, every year I spend close to $100 million on security
Damn.
because whenever I travel somewhere, I have at least a 25 vehicle convoy,
Right.
and you never know which one I'm in. That way, if we're ever under an attack or something, they can't pinpoint where I'm at.
Why would you be under attack though?
Because I've had people that threatened to shoot me because I had money. I've had people that, went after my family because I had money. And,
It's a
I'm
rich
not,
you know, a lot of rich people tend to get attacked because of their title and position and power.
Yeah, but nobody don't really even know who you is though. I
They
don't know
don't
how
have
you could be
oh,
like.
it's a lot of people
It
who
ain't
know.
like he Michael Jordan or somebody. Like he just on every newspaper, or like on TV all the time.
Hmm.
Like I don't know. If you dress up like a hobo or a bum, nobody would even know you had money.
people here, because I'm stupid.
You feel like you got a spending problem or need help with like budgeting?
I have an accountant, but he's time that I spend too much when I go out. I don't think spending 20 or 30 grand at a time is too much money. I mean, it's not like I'm spending 2 or 3 million every day, which I mean I have.
Well, everybody point of view is different, you know.
Well, that's like DA. He asked me for a job, and like I told him, I'm not a very easy person to work for. Because to me, if I'm going to use Lazy Girl for an example. If I'm paying her $3 to $4 million every 2 or 3 months, I expect for her to do what I tell her when I tell her to do it.
Yeah.
And some of these people don't understand that.
Maybe you pay anybody $3 to $4 million, just for example. I'm sure they probably wouldn't have a problem doing what you tell them to do. That's
I don't
ridiculous.
know. I don't know. My
That's
fucking
a
butler.
crazy salary, man. That's crazy.
My butlers make almost 100 grand. They can't even make a fucking sandwich. I've been sitting here for 4 hours waiting on one sandwich.
I'd be mad if I should. I'd be mad if I had to get up and make my own sandwich.
Well, if I have to get up and make my own sandwich, everybody in this house will be fired. I'll start all new. Because I mean that's ridiculous. I make sure they have everything they want. They have security. They have free room and board. They don't pay for internet. They don't pay for water, gas, electric. And each one of the people that stay in this house, they all have gaming systems and everything they could ever want. I mean, take my assistant for an example. She drives around in a 2025 Mercedes Benz. Now, who the hell wouldn't want that kind of luxury just to make some numbers make sense? I mean, anything she comes to me and she'll say, Anthony, I want this or I want this. I'll say, okay, here's the money, go get it.
So you just be over there cash shopping and be more people if they ask you something?
Well, it depends on what it is. Now, and to me, I don't have that many rules in my house, but I do have some. For an example, there is no dogs allowed in my house, except for mine. And the reason for that being is one floor in my house is worth $2.6 million.
Oh wow!
because I have nothing but straight marble in this house, and it's real marble. And you know, I don't want to have to replace something because they don't want to clean up after their dogs. When you go into a shower in this house, you can talk to the shower and it will turn on, turn off, go hot, go cold, go warm.
Right.
When this house was built, it was almost $89 million is what it cost me to build this house. Because I'm not living in no house that is haunted, so I don't want nothing nobody else has ever had.
Well, you want everything brand new.
Yeah, because if I had to deal with ghosts, I'm out. I gotta do. I had that experience one time, and I mean, it was a $11.9 million house, and I just gave it away. I threw the keys in the front yard. I said, whoever wants it can have it. If you can get the keys, you can have it. I don't deal with no ghost.
Oh, you don't like the paranormal activity.
Hell no. I don't fight nothing I can't see. And you know, if there was stuff in this house that happened in that house, I would throw the keys in the front yard, say whoever can find them can have it. I don't want it. I mean, I bought a car one time. It was a nice, good-looking car, and it was a Hellcat.
Right.
Nobody told me the owner died in it.
The owner
So
died in it?
Yeah, so after I brought it home and I drove it for about a year, one of his family members, they seen me and they said, "Oh, you got my dad's car?" I said, "Yeah, why?" They said, "He died in it." I said, "You can have it." I said, here's the title. You can have it. And they're like, "Well, we don't want it." I said, "I don't either." Which people says that's weird of me, but I'm not dealing with nothing I can't see. If I can't see it, I don't want it.
Wow.
Now is that stupid? Probably, because I mean I've wasted a lot of fucking money doing
No,
that. But
you're not wrong because it would look stupid if you try to fight a ghost and you can't see, you can't feel it, you can't touch it. Like, how you know who you talk to if you can't see nobody?
well, that's what I always tell people. I can't win if I can't see them, and I love to win.
I told people my apartment was haunted and they looked at me crazy.
Oh, I ain't never coming over.
I got two spirits running around my house. They love to peek in and out of my room. So at night I'd be laying down in my bed watching TV. Next thing I know, I see two heads peeking in and out of my room.
Oh no, I'd be fucking gone. Fuck that house. They could have it. Nope.
I don't shit bother me. Like I don't got money like you. You know what I'm saying? I don't got money to the point where I could just up and move. I gotta save.
Well, I guess the reason I'm so nice to people is I've been with people is I've been flat out broke, not having a dollar to my name, and I know what that life is like. That life sucks when you're flat out broke and you can't go out and buy a hot dog.
Right.
And I know what that's like because I was there. I lived it, and I don't wish that for anybody.
Well, you sound like you're humbled. You sound like you know how
sound
to
like
humble
what?
yourself when you get out of hand.
Sorry, say that again. I sound like what?
I said it sounds like you are humbled. You know how to humble yourself when you get out of hand.
Well, it's not that I know how to humble myself, to be honest. I used to have a really, really, really bad anger issues. I ain't gonna lie, I did. I had real bad anger issues. And I met somebody one time that told me you'll never get anywhere in life as long as you stay mad and angry all the time. And needless to say, that person's no longer with me because of an incident that happened that I never got over and never will, and I don't like people.
Right.
And when he died on me, I shut down for a little while. I gave up. And that's when I went broke, and I hated living broke. So I decided I was gonna make myself what I am today.
Where you get all the money from you got?
Part of it my father left me when he died, and the other part is I invested in different businesses. When my
Also,
father died,
so you're a businessman.
sort of. It depends on the way you look at it. Most people look at me and they say that I shouldn't be who I am because of some of the things I have done. Which you never know. Maybe they're right. Maybe I shouldn't be. But I'm not gonna say that I'm perfect because I'm not. I'm far from it. But
Mhm.
I am a person that I can only help somebody if they want help. If you don't want help, I can't force it on you.
Right.
I mean, I wish I could, but I can't.
They're gonna have to want for themselves.
Yes, and there is a part of me that, wishes I could help everybody I come across, but I can't. And I'm okay with that. I've learned to deal with it. But I'm not one of these people that just because I have money, I'm not a complete asshole. I mean, I am an asshole, but I'm not a complete asshole. But I own stakes in 27 different businesses.
Okay.
And I mean, they make me good money, but when my father died, he left me with $1.9 billion. And from that and what he left my brother, then, I mean, he left my brother twice as much money as he did me. But I understand that. My brother, he was there at the end. I wasn't.
Well, at least he left you with something. So you wasn't like broke. You were somewhat rich.
I mean, yeah, but my father, he made a difference in me and my brother growing up. And thinking about it now, it hurt, but at the time it didn't hurt like I thought it would. Because yes, I'm thankful for my father. I'm thankful for what he done for me. Because
Right.
without him, I wouldn't have been able to have a fresh start.
I mean, yeah, you can't get too mad. Be too mad at him.
Because I
Left you
mean,
with something, and then he left you with enough knowledge for you to start your own business and invest in other things.
yeah, and see, people look at me and they say, "Oh, well, you don't know what you're talking about. That you've never had to work for what you want or anything like that." And I tell people, I say, I used to work a 9 to 5. I know what it's like. I used to get up at 5 a.m. every morning and go to work and come home, do it again the next day. And I hated it. And I'm sure a lot of people do. But
I used to
I
do
was
that.
one, I was one of the lucky ones, he gave me a way out, and for that I'm grateful for. But
You got to start off somewhere. A lot of people wasn't lucky to be born with a silver spoon. That's where that term come from. When you was born with a silver spoon in your mouth, that means that you were born from a rich family.
well, I was born in a rich family. My father had plenty of money. My mother was shit, she was richer than she ever knew what to do with. But growing up, my father gave me one valuable lesson one time, and I'll never forget it as long as I live, because he took me to a store and he said, pick out one item that you want. I said, okay. I picked out a gaming system because I love to play games. He walked into the store, he bought the gaming system. When we got home, I said, Dad, can I hook it up now? He said, no, you can't. I said, well, you bought it for me. And he said, yeah, I did. He said, but you don't get it yet. You know, I was figuring, oh, well, maybe it'd be like my birthday or something that I get it. But it turns out my father made me wash dishes, made me sweep floors, made me clean the pool, and he showed me the value of what working was like in order to get what I wanted.
He shows you the value of $1.
Yeah, as he said, if I hand you everything, son, he said, you'll never know what it's like for a poor man to work. Now, my mother, she wasn't that way. You know, if we wanted something, she'd go out and she'd say, here, it's yours, you take it. And don't misunderstand me. I love my mother to death. But she's not a very good woman.
And we all have one. You know, my mom, she wasn't the best woman,
Yeah,
but
but
we had our good times.
well, to be honest, her and her brother, she allowed her brother to do horrible things to me and my brother. And when I turned 17 years, my father always stayed mad at me because my nails done. I like my pedicures. I like shit. But growing up in a household where you're too afraid to sleep because you're afraid your mother's going to let her brother in there where you're at when you're sleeping, it's not a
Uh,
very fun experience.
that's traumatizing. You got people who you call uncles and aunties and feel like they could just like nobody do anything to you. And they supposed to be your protector and saviors when your parents not around.
Yeah, and they did, when my dad went to work, because he owned companies, but he went in to check in on them. My mother, she let our uncle sexually abuse us. And needless to say, when I turned 17 and I left the house, he magically died of a heart attack.
Mm.
And
You don't talk to your uncles no more.
no, my uncle died of a heart attack.
Oh,
Right, as soon as I left when I was 17, he miraculously died of a heart attack.
that might be God right there. That was karma.
No, it wasn't God.
That's what we call karma. When
Oh yeah,
something
he got karma, but it wasn't God's intention.
okay.
Let's just say that he somehow or another he ended up with poisoning in his food.
Oh, he got food poison.
No, he got poisoned, but it wasn't food poison, but he got poisoned.
Damn. So the shit he did to you, he basically got that back in karma after you left.
No, okay, I'm gonna do you understand what I'm trying to say, DA?
Yeah, you say he had somebody poisoned his food.
No, I didn't say somebody. I said the day I left, he miraculously died.
Right, he miraculously died of a heart attack.
Yes. Okay, you know what? It's been more than 7 years, so they can't touch me. Before I left, I put ricin in his food.
You put what?
Ricin.
What the fuck is that?
That cleaning
It's a
product.
no. Ricin is a poison that makes it seem like you just die of natural causes, like a heart attack or a stroke. I
I'm
mean,
down.
it's been more than 7 years, so they can't touch me. So the hell with them.
I'm gone. I'll be back later, lazy girl.
She's like, I'm gone.
DA got scared. DA got scared.
I wouldn't hurt DA, and that's what other people don't understand. And am I a good person? Absolutely not. I know that. But I am one of these people that if I see that somebody, let's use you for an example, say you come to me and you said, and I knew you in real life, and you said, hey, Anthony, I'm struggling. I need some help. I'd say, sure, what do you need? And, if you told me, oh, well, I just need $12,000 to help me, I'd say, here. Because, that I know at that point, I know that you're not one of these people that is going to come around and pretend to be somebody, pretend to be a friend, and then once somebody needs you, then you're going to be gone. But there is some people that come to me and say, hey, Anthony, I need your help. And I'm like, sorry, I can't do it. And they know.
I mean, is that I'm not gonna come to you knowing that, oh yeah, you got money, so I could just ask you for whatever I want. No, I'm gonna make sure, like, if I ask you for something, I gotta make sure I'm able to pay it back. Not just ask for it, but able to pay it back.
Yeah, I can understand that, but the people that come and borrow money from me, they know that I don't expect it. I don't expect it back. I'm not one of these people that I say, oh, you're doing better now. I want my money. Because to me, it's better if you can help somebody than it is if that person continues to struggle and they're struggling and that they're actually what people call a true friend for you, and things like that. Then if you won't help them kind of people, you don't deserve to have true friends.
Right.
But now if it's just somebody like, I'm going to say my brother, for an example, he knows that I invested my money wisely. He knows that I've got more money than he does now because I invested it very wisely. And he'll come to me, Bob, I need to borrow some money. And I'm like, sorry, I don't have any. Because I know what he's going to do with it. He's just going to go out and he's just going to blow it.
Right. You can't give everybody just because they ask for it. You need to see like what they're going to do with it. You got to kind of put them to the test.
And if I knew he wasn't just going to go out and throw away the money and, do something with it that he shouldn't be doing, I wouldn't mind to give it to him. I'd tell him, here it is, take it. I don't need it. And that's what I try to tell people from a while ago. You don't have to steal from me. If you ask me for it, I'll give it to you. But I can't.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who that is. Probably somebody wants money, probably. But if somebody steals from me, then I get angry because to me, what's the point of stealing from somebody when you know that all you can do is say, hey, I need this, and they give it to you. But yeah, I don't know. I guess it's just me because maybe I look at life differently.
Could be. Everybody look at life differently, But you have every right to be mad because if you offering to give a friend some money, and they over here stealing from you after you already offered them money, it just as at this point they just being greedy, and you have every right to set a boundary with that and cut that friend off.
Well, yeah, but you see that's not me. Like, I'm going to use you for an example again. Say like you come to me and you said, hey, Anthony, I need some money. I'd say, okay. Well, if you turn back around the next day and you said, oh, listen, I need some more money, I wouldn't mind to give it to you. But when I know, and I'm not going to say that you would do it, but say if I had $6 million sitting on my kitchen table, if you was the only one in this house with me and some of that money comes up missing, who else am I supposed to think that took it besides the only other person there?
Me.
Exactly. And
'Cause
that's
I'm
how this one.
so of
That's
course
how this one was. I mean, it wasn't that much money. It was like 20 grand on the table, but it was only me and him in here. And
Mhm.
I asked him, I said, "Did you take it?" And he had said, "Yeah, I needed it." I would have said, "Okay, you can keep it." But he
All
told
right,
me, "No, I didn't." He
I
said, "I
would
didn't
feel
take it."
if you take 20K from me and you didn't ask. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna hunt you down.
Well, after that, he was sitting at my table, and the part that got me is he lied to my face. And I knew damn well he stole it. I knew he did. Because he was the only other one here.
Right.
And so I told him, I said, "Well, I guess if you need it, you can keep it." He said, "Well, I'm telling you, I didn't take it." I said, "Well, I'm telling you, you're the only other one here, so
Because
who
you
else?"
feel comfortable enough to do that because you know you could get that 20K back within minutes.
Yeah. But the point of it was, that I'm not I'm not a greedy person, and I don't if somebody would, even if as much as I hate a thief, if he would have said, "Yes, Anthony, I stole it. I'm sorry. I'll give it back to you." I would have said, "No, there's no reason for you to give it back. It'll be okay." But for you to sit in my face and lie to me, no, I've had enough of it. So after he did that, after he did that, I told him that me and him could no longer be friends. That
Hmm.
he had to find his own way that didn't involve me and him being friends. Needless to say, he wasn't very happy about that.
I mean,
He told me,
he don't have the right to say, "Oh yeah, I'm not happy." You stole. At the end of the day, you stole money you didn't ask. It's a principle.
yeah, and it wasn't the fact that he stole the money. It's the fact he lied to my face.
Right. Yeah, that's
Because
it. That's what I say. It's more so about the principle. That
had
all
he
falls underneath that same category.
had he said, "Yeah, Anthony, I stole the money, I'm sorry," I would have said, "Okay, no problem, just don't do it again." But when you lie to my face, that pisses me off.
Mhm.
And I wouldn't have accused him of it, but it was only me and him here, so nobody else could have took it. So I don't know. I guess they just think, "Oh, he's got money. He won't realize it's gone."
But yeah, you'll have people like that. Like you could be broke and still have a friend that steal money from you if when you broke. You know. That's
Yeah,
why, like me personally, if I ever become rich, if I ever become like have money like you, I'm gonna be more cautious about my money. I'm not just comfortable enough to give out 20,000 and say, "Here, yeah, you can keep it. I know you stole it, but you can keep it." No, I'm gonna
for
have to
sure.
ask for that right back.
Yeah, but
I
see,
have to give you some money, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna need that 20K one right back. You're
yeah.
not comfortable to steal it. You should be that comfortable to give it back.
Well, that I can understand, but like me, I make anywhere from 100 to 200, anywhere from 100 to 150 million a day. So for myself, 20 grand's not going to break me.
Hmm.
It was just I guess I was setting an example for anybody else. If you come to me and you need it, I'll give it. But if you lie to my face, I'm pissed.
Yeah, yeah, every right. Every right to be
And
mad and angry about it.
and
That's much
I mean,
for.
like I can go to a car dealer to pick out myself a car, and one of my coworkers will say, "Hey, I want this." I look at the dealership guy and I say, "Get it," because and people tell me that that's me flaunting my richness. I say, no, it ain't me flaunting it. I say it's, as people tells me, I'm too kind for my own good. You know, I believe there's kindness in this world. I can't help it. But, you know, if a person's going to be nice to you, there's no point in you being rude and ungrateful to them.
You can't be nice
No.
to everybody. That's something I learned over the years. You know, one thing about my aunt is that she'll always tell me like, "Oh, you got to be nice to this person. You got to be nice to that person. No matter what they do, you have to be nice to them." No, that's not always the case. Because if you constantly being nice to them, they're gonna think of you as a pushover.
And it's not that they think of you as a pushover. It's that if you take me for an example, you know, I'm a pretty nice guy when I want to be, but take my employees for an example. You know, me, I pay them a lot of money and things, so why would I want to be nice to somebody that I'm paying and they can't do what I tell them?
Hmm.
Right.
So if they do their job right, then that's when you be nice to them. Oh, I hear that puppy. I hear that little doggy in the background. Oh, this conversation really got deep.
I'm sorry, are you still there?
Yeah, we here. I'm still here.
Good. I had to go break up a fight. I swear, people nowadays they're just stupid. Two of my employees started fighting
Fighting for what? What could that be possibly fighting over?
because one wanted to take the McLaren and the other one wanted to take the Ferrari, and one got the keys to the other and the other didn't get the keys. Fucking stupid.
Oh, they were here fighting over cars.
Yeah, I told him, I said, neither one of them fucking driving anything. Solve that problem.
Don't they got cars of their own?
Yes, but you know, when they want to go somewhere, if I ain't got nowhere to go, I let them drive mine. But I guess I'm just gonna have to stop that.
Well, yeah, you know, you solved the problem without violence. Proud of you. Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, well, he got one good look in. My fucking jaw hurts. I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do with security now. I guess they're going fucking useless too. I swear, I'm just having a rough day.
A mukbang?
I said I'm having a rough day.
Oh, birthday.
Yeah, my
You should really like. Do you have a YouTube channel?
yes.
Okay. You mind if I check out your channel one day?
You can check it out. I mean, but YouTube took all my videos down.
Okay.
But I mean, I will post some more. I mostly post gaming videos.
Oh yeah. That's cool. I'm trying to get into gaming anyway. You know, we talked about me getting into gaming and taking it more seriously.
But I'll put it in the chat so then you just can go to the link and it'll take you right to it.
Okay. And you gotta be like when it comes to YouTube, YouTube got real strict. So that's why I like trying to go to Twitch a lot.
Well, yeah, but see, I had a bunch of videos up, but a person that I know in real life, she does YouTube as well. And me and her had a falling out because there was a guy that I fell in love with back in high school. He died 2 years after my father gave me all this money because I was stupid. And I bought him a really expensive car and he wrecked it and it killed him. And I was watching her live and she brought him up. So I made a video going off on her and YouTube took all my videos down and blocked me for a week.
Oh, they shot up at you.
Yeah, but she deserved it.
Did you strike her? Strike her channel?
Yeah, I did, but they said there's nothing they can do because they can't prove that I know her for real. I'm like, she said me by my real name. Because there's not but one person on YouTube that knows my last name,
Right.
and it's her.
Yeah, YouTube tends to take favoritism over certain people.
Yeah, they do, and you know, but right now, most people don't know this either. But right now, I'm in one hell of a lawsuit with YouTube.
Oh, that's still going on?
Oh yeah, I told him. I said, "Baghdad, you won't ban the channel?" I said, "I'll just sue you." And they try to get me to settle for half of what I want, and I said no. I'm suing them for $400 million.
Oh, honey.
To,
You think
because
you got it?
well, it's not the point of the money. It's the point that, you know, say you and I met up in real life, okay, and say that something happened to your boyfriend, okay, and I
Yeah.
got on my YouTube channel and I was making fun of you because something happened to him. That wouldn't be right of me to do that.
Right.
And with her knowing what that boy meant to me, for her to make fun of him on her live, because she knows that when he was living, I would have killed somebody for that man,
Uh-huh.
and she knows it, and she continues to do it. She continues to speak on him, and she's got me blocked from her channel, so I can't go over there and speak on it. So I said, well, I'll take this a different way. Because I mean, it was clear that she was talking about me because she said Anthony Rodriguez, and that's my last name.
Oh, she knew what she was doing.
Oh yeah, but she told YouTube, oh, there can be a million Anthony Rodriguez's. I'm like, bitch, you put my address out there, and there's a million of me.
Oh, she
I've had
doxed you?
Yeah, she put my fucking address out there. I've had people that goes to her channel that showed up at my house.
That should be more than enough to strike her channel. I don't know what's going on with YouTube, but they need to get their head out of their ass.
Well, YouTube says I can't prove that they come from her channel. I'm like, well, she gave my address. I said the very next fucking day, I have a driveway full of fucking people. I said, it's not rocket science.
And they talk about you don't have proof. Yes, you do. Like you can use her live stream or her video, and if she out here saying your address in her videos, that's more than enough proof that you need.
Well, yeah, but they said they looked up the address and the address belongs to a shell company. I said, no shit, it belongs to Rodriguez LLC. I said, that's my fucking last name. It belongs to me. And they, oh, well, if you use a shell company, then you must be a drug dealer. I'm like, since when the fuck do you have to be a drug dealer to use a LLC? That means you own businesses.
Oh, they discriminating. That's mad discrimination.
And I was like, yeah. And they're like, well, see, what it is she's got 1.2 thousand viewers or something like that, 1,200 viewers. I only have 30 subscribers because I'm not in it for the money.
Right.
And I tell people that when they come to my live, I say, I'm not in this for money. So I don't take no bullshit off anybody on my life because I'm not in it for the money. I don't give a shit about the money. And
money outside of YouTube by itself.
yeah, that's what I told him. And I put a video up that was going to help a lot of people that struggle. And YouTube even took that one down. Because I put a video up of how you can take $25 and turn that into $250,000. And I showed proof of how I'd done it.
Right.
And YouTube even took that down. I'm like, that had nothing to say about her. Why the hell did you take it? We took all your videos down. I'm like, okay.
You wasn't even saying nothing bad about it.
No. And even to this very day, she has called me several times saying, Anthony, can I borrow some money? I'm like, fuck you.
Hell no, you can't call me. You just straight up, that's my man, disrespecting my feelings, disrespecting him, and then you have the audacity to reach out and say you need some money.
Well, I told her, I said, you have the audacity to put my address and put my safety and the people that run with me, their safety in jeopardy just because you was mad. I said, no, I don't have anything for you.
I won't blame
you. If it was just me living here, it wouldn't bother me. Anybody could show up they want to. I got a 45 that says they run. But I have my nieces and my nephews and my cousins and my sister and my brother and my aunt, my uncle, my grandmother, which is 94 years old, and my grandfather that's 96. They can't be out there in the middle of the yard fighting.
Right.
So no, you put them in jeopardy, to hell with you. You can go to hell.
Right. I don't got nothing to do with you.
And her man, me and him used to be best friends. We was best friends in high school. He called me, can I borrow some money? Hell no. You can go to hell too.
So her and her man called you for some money?
Well, she did, and I figured she had her man to do it because, normally I help out my friends, and me and him have been best friends for 25 years now. And I told him flat out, I said, when you leave that bitch, I said, I'll help you. Until then, nope.
No, you gotta leave that help.
He's like, well, I'm not leaving her. I'm engaged. I said, well, supply for her. I said, you're the fucking man. You make her living.
And he's still struggling to this very day.
Oh, yeah. He called me yesterday. Listen, I really need some money. I said, I'll tell you what. I said, I'll lend you some money. I said, but I want it back with 29.9% interest. I ain't fucking doing that. I said, well, you ain't getting it.
You texting them?
Hell no. I blocked their number. They call me from different numbers.
No, I'm talking about the interest rate. You say 29 point what?
29.9%.
So you charging them more on an interest rate than what you was giving them?
Yeah.
Oh, you Donald Trump. You started to Donald Trump on them.
Well, no, see, they wanted $5,000. I said, okay. I said, I'll give it to you, but 29.9% interest. I said, that means you have to pay me back $25,000. They didn't want to do it. But I don't agree in helping, had me and her just had our arguments and, she left it off of YouTube, I'd probably still say, yeah, I'll help you. But if you're going to be a real friend, you don't bloat out shit on your live that you know is going to hurt somebody.
Right.
And I can't stand her. She's a two-facing bitch. Because now she gets on her live. Because my nephew watches her, which I broke his phone over it, but I had to buy him a new one. But he watches her, and she was on there yesterday. Oh, why don't you go check out Anthony's channel? He does this and this. I'm like, bitch, don't speak of me. I'm like, you got my shit taken down. Now you want to promote my channel? Fuck you. You just want something from me.
That's all it is. That's all it was. She wanted something from you. She really didn't want nothing to do with you. But she wanted your clout. You had some type of clout that she wanted.
Yeah. Well, you know, when I go live on YouTube, I never put the front of my house or anything that has an address anywheres in a live. Because, you know, I can understand that there is what they call true fans out there. You know, there's people that actually want to support you. But there's also these crazy motherfuckers that will show up at your house at all times of the night. And so for her to just say, hey, this is where he lives, go and look. I'm like, no, that's not how this works. Like, I understand you and I have problems. You know, call me on the phone, cuss me out, tell me I'm a whore, tell me I'm a bitch, and go on about your day. Hell, I'd rather for you to do that than I had for you to do it on live.
It's like it's worse than when you're doing on live and versus over the phone. Over the phone, that's more closure.
Yeah, you know, say if you and I was real life friends, you know, if you called me and said, hey, Anthony, you know, you're just a bastard and I don't like you today, I'd say, well, okay, I guess that's fine. You know, because you called me over the phone and said, hey, you know, this is the problem I have and blah, 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 this and that. You know, I'd say, okay, you know, we could sort it out. But if you went if you went on your live and said, oh, his name is Anthony Rodriguez, this is his address, you should go to his house, I'd be like, nope, you and I are done.
Yeah. Oh, most definitely. You dox me, you post my address. Oh yeah, we ain't friends no more. Me and you not even in the same sentence.
Oh no, I mean, and I probably shouldn't do it, but anybody that is working for me right now, if they even say her name, I tell them hit the door and don't come back. And the worst part is, I'm still nice to her family for some fucked up reason.
Oh well, the thing is, the family didn't do nothing to you. It's the girl. You know what I'm saying?
I know. The 17-year-old that I hired.
But the family is over there backing her up, and you still being nice to that?
Yeah, we'll say that 17-year-old boy I hired, that's her youngest cousin. So, and I think he's trying to kill me, so I ain't riding with that bastard.
Wow.
And these fucking idiots just broke my new TV.
They broke the TV already?
Yeah, I fell off the fucking wall. I try to tell them, you can't hang an 86-inch TV in a 44 area. Don't give me that smoky ass grin. I'll hit you in the head with a hammer.
Please
I got a
don't.
fucking backyard. I'll bury you. Smoky ass grin. I hate when people do that to me.
I don't want you to go to jail over some stupid shit.
Well, that bothered. You know, I'd rather for somebody walk up and slap my jaws than I had for them to know that they broke something of mine and then sit there and grin at me. That irritates me. I'll just walk up and slap my jaws and say, you got what you asked for. Bye.
Oh, wow.
But little does he know, it's coming out of his money this month to buy me another new one. Because that's a $3,000 fucking TV set now.
30,000.
Yeah, it's a $3,000 TV.
Well, you said 30 or 3,000?
30.
30?
Yep.
Who pays $30K for a TV?
I do. It was big enough I could fit on one whole wall and said he'll never have to, and I could watch anything I want to, never have to use glasses.
Yeah, you must got like 100 inches, 200 inches or something.
It was 150.
I didn't even know they could go up that high.
Right.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and end the live stream. I got some homework I need to do. You heard me, Anthony?
Okay, I guess everybody's mad at me.
Yeah, you got Chipotle? That make me want to make some. I wish I had some Chipotle money by now.
Okay, I'm back. I got an empty house now.
You kicked everybody out.
Oh, I told them they was all fired. I had to fix my own sandwich. They all fired.
Yeah, you difficult to work with.
I guess they thought I was joking, but I guess when you pay people as much money as I do, then you want a sandwich fixed, you should be able to have one.
Didn't you just hire the new staff last month or so?
Yep. Now got to hire me 128 other people. I told you, I'm a bitch to work for.
Well, it's been a pleasure having everybody on the panel.
Oh,
I have
trust
to,
me, the pleasure is always mine.
I have to finish some homework and clean up. You know, I don't want a dirty house for the summer, and try to hook up my game this week.
Yeah, that's what I'm fixing to do. I'm fixing to play me some Watch Dogs.
Try not to smash any more controllers or TVs.
No promises. If I die, I'm gonna break a controller. That's just how it works.
Well, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe to my channel, and be on the lookout for videos and live streams. Thank you for watching.
Yes, ma'am. You're welcome. See you next time.